install a new ECU and extract the data from the ECU for logging for the first time, you'll notice that not all the parameters are listed on the right hand side. Only the default items which are set inside of the ECU calibration are actually logged. What generally most people do is go to sconfig then and actually then define the items they wish to log, and they do this by selecting the parameter and then setting the sample rate in which each one will be logged. After, they can then just go device and set the config inside the ECU. But one thing it's worth looking at is actually how you can do this in scal in the calibration software. Basically, the calibration software has the ability to change the default logging items. So it's a great thing to do because when you send a base map out with a new kit, the logging items are already set inside the calibration. So you do this by opening your calibration first, and you can do this online or offline. And then what you do is go to cal, change user access, and change item access. In here, you'll see the actual default values which are already set inside the calibration. And you can see there are only a few items. The fuel base is logged at 10 Hz, the fuel end hours at 5. Now, if you want to send out an updated calibration with an updated logging config in the base map, you can just go for default from .sl and then find the logging config which you actually use for other cars and you're happy with that all the parameters are in there. So for example, on this one, on this GTR map, I'm going to then select the V6 GTR, which is a version which I use. If I click on that and then go OK, you'll then see all the default items then change. And basically, these are some of the more important stuff which I want customers to be able to log or dealers to be able to log. Once you've done that, it's simply a case of then just clicking OK F10. If you're online, it will ask you to, if you wish to program the ECU, which you need to say yes. If you're offline, you don't need to. You just go to File, Save the calibration, and that's it. When you then load that calibration now back into the ECU, the default logging config will be the one which you have just loaded, and there's no need to use sconfig to actually add to the parameters. This is really useful also because if for any reason the battery goes flat inside the ECU, you always be sure to know that the logging config is there, so anytime that you extract data, all of the items are there. I hope this quick video has been useful.